A $1.9 million ransomware attack. That's how much a cyber hacker asked Rock County to pay after breaking into their digital network. Now, Rock County Administrator Josh Smith says earlier this month, someone digitally hacked into their network database and encrypted files, blocking the county from using them. Today, Smith says the county's technology team was able to secure most of their systems without paying the attacker. Smith calls this hacker a criminal actor and says the county is currently looking into how they broke in digitally. He says encryption was the main problem, not that the hacker stole private information.
So in this case, it's not that everything they accessed was necessarily confidential or private information. It's just that they encrypted files that limits the ability to operate a system.
And Smith there says he's not sharing who hacked them or how the cyber attacker got into the system yet because the county wants to make sure nothing else is vulnerable. He says if his team finds that anyone's private information was compromised, they will individually send out letters to them.